Hi, my name is Julian Canner. I'm here at the Inside Gaming Awards. Yeah, sure. Well, Groove is like an interactive music experience, is like what I like to call it. It basically blends, kind of shamelessly, Geometry Wars, one of my favorite games ever. I'm not ashamed to say it, but and also like Mizuguchi's games like Rez and Luminous. Those are like the way he mixes music and games is just really awesome. And I've always been a big musician, big composer, stuff like that. So making electronic pieces and beats for some of my friends that raps. I also love these dual stick shooters. So kind of the concept I came up with, I was playing Rez and I was kind of thinking, some of these things aren't synced up to the music. And then kind of like, it was actually like, I was loving playing it. One of my roommates came in and was like, you're not really doing that much to the music. And I was like, I guess to most people, they couldn't really tell what was going on. So I thought with Groove, I'd try to make it so that like, just kind of strip it down to the bare minimum of what's going on without the player interacting. And then try to make the vast majority of the track just from what the player is doing. And then I thought dual stick shooter, pretty good genre to do that in because with Rez you're hitting the button and it's kind of like there's a little disconnect between when you're firing and when you actually hear the sound from you firing. Whereas with a dual stick shooter, you just press in the direction you want to shoot and the game just determines how fast you're firing to begin with in any dual stick shooter. So I thought I could pretty easily force that to a beat and change the speed in which it's firing, change it from an 8th note to 16th note, whatever, and kind of play with that dynamic. And then it just kind of went from there, kind of structured the game like a song, so that as the mix of enemies is getting more, it's getting like a bigger mix of enemies, it's getting more difficult, but it's also adding to the track because when the enemies are exploding, that's what's making the track, what's making the music. So that's kind of like the whole idea behind Groove. Yeah, I do make a lot of my own music. I've always been really into making electronic pieces. And like I was saying, I make beats for some of my friends that rap. And I have a band, Funk Masonry, which is the namesake of my company, Funk Masonry Industries. So we do kind of like jazz, funk, fusion. It's like Groove. It's kind of hard to classify the music genre, but me and some of my friends are pretty into that. And it's kind of like electronic beats with live jazz instrumentation and improvisation over that. So this is Julian from Funk Masonry Industries, developer of Groove, and you're watching Inside Gaming.